Well, good morning guys, it's day 2. I'm ready to grout the tiles up this morning. All the decorating was finished off yesterday. I will roll the clips for you because I didn't bother putting them on yesterday's video because it was pretty much long enough anyway. And nobody wants to see paint dry, so I'll just put it on a fast action for you. Yeah, and that's all there's left to do. Put the cooker hood back on. I've just got the skirtings to paint, not many of them to do, and that's the job finished. So let's get started. Well, that went on a lot easier than I thought it would, but I'm probably going to take it off now because I want to grout the tiles up. At least I know it fits. Right, let's get some grout mixed. Just got to touch up the paint around the edges here where I had to put the filler. Let that dry a bit and I'll give it a little bit more. Well, there's nothing complicated about grouting. Literally just get it on. That's all you're doing, just work it into the joints. And then you can clean it up with a sponge or a cloth, whatever you wish. Usually a sponge is a better one. Of course, I sealed these tiles yesterday as well, so that helps with the grout. Doesn't go off on the tile too quick. This is what really makes the tile, and it stands out now. I don't actually like grouting, it just hurts your arms, hurts your wrist, but when it's little bits it doesn't matter. Don't mind it so much then. I'll show you the grout I'm using in a minute. I'll just get this on and I'll show you what I've been using. And also I'm going to put a sealer over this, over the grout, just over the grout. I've already put a sealer on the tiles, but I'm actually going to put a sealer on the grout as well. The reason why is because it's a cooking area and you get a lot of grime and it can dirty the grout, so with a sealer on it, it helps it and keeps it cleaner, or makes it easier to clean if you want to clean it. So that's the stuff there, it's a grout protector. Pretty good stuff. You just literally spray it onto the joints and that does the job. Right, that's all that on. And get some water and a sponge now. Just make sure it's worked into them joints. Then you can either get a little tool or I just normally run my finger in it just lightly. You know, you don't want to be doing this if you've got a lot, because it will ruin your fingers. But that's all you need to do. I'll get the sponge on it first, just leave that for a minute or so, just go a little bit off, just a little bit more. I'll show you the grout I'm using. So that's the grout I'm using, the Bow Grout Flex. I mean, you 25-year guarantee on this, must be good. Don't know what they guarantee it against, but there you go. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Goes on most tiles, dry and wet, interior or exterior. And it's flexible. Joints can go up to 5mm with this stuff. So yeah, I recommend that. Brilliant stuff. Right, let's get a sponge out. All you're doing here is just wipe over it gently, don't go too hard on it. Don't worry about the mess it's making. All you're doing is getting the worst of it off at the moment. Wet your sponge down as you're doing it. And you don't have your sponge soaking wet, because it will just run all the grout out of the joints. You'd normally be using a bigger sponge than this, but it's only a little area. It's coming off them tiles nicely because it's got that sealer on it, that protector. And sometimes with tiles, if you leave it too long, it'll just go on you and you struggle to get it off. Perfect that. If you see any little bits that you've missed, just put a bit in with your finger. So that's it, just leave that for a while now. Just run my fingers just to make sure you don't want to push it in too hard and leave a little ridge. You want it as flush as you can to the surface of the tile. So, like I say, don't push it in too much. So you can feel where it's supposed to be at. That's it. Right, I'm just going to leave that for 20 minutes or so. I'm not worried about this residue here, that will wipe off, but what you don't want to be doing is keep putting water on it. Otherwise, if you do that, it's just going to keep wanting to wash the grout out. So let it get to a stage where it goes semi-hard, and then you can get a light cloth over it and just work it like that. You can't rush it. So let's leave that for a bit. So guys, if you like what you're seeing on the videos, then maybe give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It all helps and I can keep the videos going. I will see you on the next one. See you later.